Very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to start the online classes, and now I am going to start the first chapter of the geography for the class of 8. The chapter name is the resource. What is resource? Different type of the material we are getting from the nature that we are using to satisfy our human needs. That resources have the utility and the value. That means what are the resources have the value and the utility to satisfy our needs that we are getting from the nature, that is known as the resources. These are the resources generally categorized, classified into 3 groups: the natural resources, human-made resources, and the human resources. The first one is the natural resource. On the basis of the development, the natural resources we are classified into 2. The first one is the actual resource. The resources which a quantity is known, and that resources we are using in the present time. That resources is known as the actual resources. The second one is the potential resources. The resources which entire quantity may not be known and not using for the present, that we can use in the future. That resources are known as the potential resources. The second one is on the basis of the origin. The resources we are classified into 2. The first one is the biotic, and the resources are getting from the living things are known as the biotic resources. Example, the milk, the wood. These are the resources have the value and the utility to satisfy our needs that we are getting from the living things. That means that is the biotic resource. The second one is the abiotic resource. The resources are getting from the non-living things. Different type of the material that we are getting from the nature, that creator, that we are getting from the non-living things. These are the resources are also have the utility and the value to satisfy our human needs. Example, the soil we are getting from the nature. That soil have the utility and value to satisfy our needs. That resources is known as the abiotic resource. The iron, that resources we are getting from the non-living things. That resource also have the value and the utility to satisfy our human needs. That is why we can say that the abiotic resource. The third one is on the basis of the distribution. The resources are classified into 2. The first one is the ubiquitous resource. These are the resources found everywhere. Example, the air. We can see everywhere. That resource is the ubiquitous resource. And the second one is the localized resource. Some of the resources we can found only in some of the certain places. That resources are known as the localized resources. Example, the copper, iron, gold, oils, different type of the material. We can see some of the certain places, not in everywhere. That resources are known as the localized resources. The natural resources can be categorized into 2. The renewable and the non-renewable resources. Renewable resource means the resources we can use again and again with the help of some of the necessary maintenance. The fridge, TV, washing machine, the building. After some of the maintenance, we can use again and again for many years. That resource is the renewable resource. That means the resources we can use again and again with the help of the maintenance. That resource is known as the renewable resource. Second one is the non-renewable resource. Some of the resources we cannot use again and again. That take thousands of years to be renewed. That resource are known as the non-renewable resource. Example, gas. That resource we can use only one time. Cannot be used again and again. That resource is known as the non-renewable resource. The second category, that is the human-made resource. What is the meaning of the human-made? That is the resource made by the human beings. Sometimes the natural resource we are converting to the another one for satisfying our needs. By using different type of the material, we are making the building, bridges, road, machineries, vehicles, etc. We are using that resources. These are the material, all the resources. The building, bridges, road, machinery, vehicle. All these are the resources because that they have the value and the utility to satisfy our needs. And for making that resources, we are using different type of the natural resource. And what are the resources? By using the natural resource we made, that resources are known as the human made resource because that was made by the human being. Building that was made by the human being. The bridge that was made by the human being. That machinery, vehicle, road, etc. These are the resources we are using that they have the capability and the value and the utility to satisfy our needs. That was made by the human being. That is why that is known as the human made resources. The third one is the human resource. People are the human resources. Human beings are the special resource because people can make the best use of the natural resource with the help of the knowledge, skill and the technology. And different type of the material we have, we understood that the renewable and the non-renewable resources. Some of the resources are renewable, some of the resources are non-renewable. Non-renewable resources have taken many years for the creation, for making, for the production. That is why we want to conserve them. Otherwise, in the future, there will be a problem of the shortage of that particular resource. Be careful. Thank you.